Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Anaga, and today we're going to discuss about 6 temples of India. As you can see, there are 6 temples available here. The first one is uh, yeah. The first one is the Sun Temple. The Sun Temple is situated in the small town of Konark, situated in the Puri district of Odisha. This marvel of architecture is dedicated to Indian god of sun Surya. The temple has been built in the shape of his chariot, which is drawn by 7 horses. The temple was built in the 13th century by a king called Narasimhadeva. There is an ancient legend attached to this temple. Once Lord Krishna cursed one of his own sons with leprosy. To seek penance, his son Samba worshipped Surya for 12 years. Pleased with his devotion, Surya healed him. Samba made the Sun Temple in return to express his gratitude. The mesmerizing beauty of the place was best summed up by Rabindranath Tagore. Here, the language of stone surpasses the language of man. The next one is Brihadiswara Temple of Tamil Nadu. Brihadiswara Temple is one of the largest South Indian temples situated in Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu. Also known as Rajarajeswaram, this 11th century temple was built by the Chola Emperor Raja Chola I, the first. Cholas are known for their admiration of art. The opulence and artistic proficiency of Cholas is well reflected in the grand and magnificent architecture of the people. Made entirely of granite stone, it was built per, as per the principles of Vastu Shastra. The most remarkable thing about this UNESCO World Heritage Site is that it doesn't leave any shadow on the ground at noon. Dedicated to Lord Shiva, the temple speaks of importance of religious beliefs in Hinduism. Oh, I forgot to show you the image of Brihadiswara temple. This is the Brihadiswara temple, and the next temple is Kedarnath temple of Uttarakhand. Situated in the Himalayan range of Garhwal, Uttarakhand, Kedarnath temple is one of the most sacred shrines in the world. The holy abode of Lord Shiva is believed to have been built by the Pandavas to atone their sins during Mahabharata. The temple was restored by Adi Shankaracharya in the 8th century. It is one of the Chotachar Dhams of Uttarakhand and requires the pilgrims to trek a distance of 14 kilometers on the hilly terrain. Standing at a height of 3,583 meters, surrounded by the glaciers and snow-clad peaks, the temple is closed during winters due to severe weather conditions. Even the idol of Lord Shiva is shifted to Ukhimat during the months of the temple remains closed. The next is Sanchi Stupa, Madhya Pradesh. I show the image. Yeah, this is the one. Surrounded by the ruins of small stupas and monasteries, Sanchi Stupas is an architectural marvel in Sanchi, believed to house the relics of Lord Buddha. Also known as the Great Stupa, this famous pilgrimage site in India was built by the Indian Emperor Ashoka the Great in the 3rd century BC. As the oldest stone sculpture of the country, this UNESCO World Heritage Site takes you back in the days of the prosperous Mauryan era. There are 4 intricately designed gateways surrounding the stupa known as Toranas, each individually symbolizing the four emotions of love, peace, courage, and trust. And the next temple is Golden Temple of Punjab. Yeah, this is the Golden Temple of Punjab. Sri Harmandir Sahib, also known as Darbar Sahib or Golden Temple, is the most praised site of pilgrimage in Amritsar, Punjab for people who follow Sikhism. The temple is built on the values of universal brotherhood and equality. The four doors opening in the four prominent directions welcome people from any faith or race to seek religious and spiritual contentment. The structure, revered for its majestic architecture, is built on a lower level than that of the immediate surroundings, symbolizing the value of humility. The holy book of the Sikhs, Guru Granth Sahib, was first placed in Sri Harmandir Sahib after its completion. And the next temple is Amarnath Cave Temple of Jammu and Kashmir. This is the one. So, the holy cave of Amarnath is located at an altitude of 3,888 meters in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Engulfed with snow-clad mountains, the cave mostly remains covered with snow during this year. In the summer season, between the months of June and August, it becomes accessible and hence opens up for the pilgrims. The cave is believed to be 5,000 years old. As per a popular legend, Bhuta Malik, a Muslim shepherd, met a holy man who handed him a bag of coal. On reaching home, he found that the coal got converted into gold. Moved by the miracle, the shepherd went in search of the saint and instead found the secret abode of Lord Shiva. The pilgrimage to Amarnath consists of a 5-day trek during which the devotees brave tough and uncertain climatic conditions and walk for 40 miles. And the next temple is the last temple is the Akshardham Temple of Delhi. Constructed on the principles of Vastu Shastra and Panchatantra Shastra, this temple is situated near the banks of river Yamuna in Delhi. The authenticity of the temple is reflected in its resemblance with ancient Indian architecture, and spiritually the place exudes. The principal deity of the temple is Lord Swaminarayan, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. The 11-feet idol lies Oh, sorry, I don't have the image of this temple. The 11-feet idol lies below the central dome of the temple. The structure has been built of Rajasthani pink stone and Italian Carrara marble. The magnificent temple of Akshardham looks more stunning during the night with the beautifully installed lighting arrangements. There are many activities and events like exhibitions, movies, statues, and boat rides through which information about the history and philosophy of the Swaminarayan sect and its founder is given to the visitors. Light and music show, which takes place in the evening, is the most fantastic element of the temple. And thank you for watching my video. See you next time. Thank you.